Halloween is closely approaching, and we can't forget about our pets. From adorable pet costumes to safety precautions that we all need to keep in mind, we've brought in a veterinarian, Lisa Hess, to teach us the do's and don'ts when it comes to our pets. Who do we have here with you today, Lisa?
Well, this is Kenya, who's our lion. That's Lazarus, and that's Vinny. And they're here in costume for Halloween.
Oh my goodness, adorable. And you know, we do have some of our YCL crew out in front, kind of just keeping them all together because there's 2 of us and 3 of them.
Oh, it's really hard to coordinate.
But I love that they're all dressed up. It's so fun. So Halloween's coming up.
Yes.
Should you take your pets trick-or-treating?
Well, I think it depends on, number one, your pet and your children's age can matter too. But I think it's a fun time to bring your pets trick-or-treating. They just have to stay on a leash. Leashes save lives.
Right.
On a leash, be careful of other dogs also in, the walking along the streets and neighborhood. And absolutely, costumes are fun if they like it.
And I see you have these 3 dressed up in their costumes. So is it safe to put our dogs or our animals in costumes?
Under supervision. I would not leave these costumes on any of these pets and walk away. You just can't. This one could fall over the head. This one could fall off and they'd be chewing and eating it. I think it's fun if they're comfortable with it, but you have to worry about suffocation, them chewing things, get caught.
Right. I mean, you go to the store and you see just as many pet costumes these days.
And
so
they're adorable. And
does that mean they're safe, or you really still have to individually go through?
You still have to try them on. You have to make sure that they work and that they're comfortable. If they hate it, that's no fun for them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fun for us,
my childhood dog would not keep on a sweater,
Right.
much less a costume, nothing.
Right.
That's
right,
great.
You do have to be careful. And, the other things about having pets around Halloween, well, number one, it's fun, but you have to be careful of the candy bags.
Right, because candy and all kinds of treats might be easily accessible.
Raisins, and a lot of people don't even think about sugar-free gum that has xylitol in it.
So it's not okay.
No, it's not okay. So keep the candy bags away. And the pets, when you're opening and closing the door for the trick-or-treaters, having that door opening and closing, what if your pet gets out? Make sure that they're identified. They have an identification. Make sure that they're safe. If they're one of these dogs that's super anxious, maybe you crate them in the back room or give them some kind of sedative to calm them down.
So you don't really want to leave them outside, your dogs and cats?
Don't want to leave them outside, and battery-powered, Halloween decorations or electric cords.
What about the glow sticks?
The glow sticks can be toxic if they chew on them, and it can irritate their mouth. So glow sticks keep away, the electric cords, candy, and then obviously if your pet gets into something and you don't know, call your emergency veterinarian and ask, hey, is this toxic? Do I need to come in? Is this something I need to worry about? My dog ate a bunch of Reese's Pieces or a Snickers candy bar and such. And
so obviously we have a bunch of these pumpkins in studio. There's going to be a lot of pumpkins out on Halloween. What if the dogs get into the pumpkins?
A small amount of pumpkin, no big deal. A huge amount of pumpkins could certainly cause some vomiting and diarrhea, which would not be fun. But yeah, chewing on the pumpkin's not ideal. So try and keep them away from that.
Well, if you catch them chewing on a pumpkin, what do you do? I mean, obviously you're going to be like, stop, but do you want to pull the pumpkin away?
Just pull the pumpkin away. If it's a small amount, no big deal. But if this little kid ate this big one, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem.
Do you even like pumpkin? Maybe pumpkin spice, right? What about other decorations that we see around? I guess there's a lot of plastic because all the yard decorations and things that people are hanging.
Candles and potpourri and all of the wreaths. We just really have to be careful because it's new and it's change and things that they're not used to that they want to sniff and get into and go, wow, that's interesting. What is that? And then they eat it. So it's
a lot more activity, just a lot more smells and things around the house. We mentioned a little about costumes. Now, can you put a mask? Is it okay?
Masks are not ideal because of suffocation. I generally would not recommend a mask. They don't understand what we're doing to them. Sweaters and jackets, fine, no big deal. We put sweaters and jackets on dogs all the time. But a mask, I wouldn't recommend it for your pet.
And again, you were saying like when you have trick-or-treaters maybe coming to the door, you're opening, make sure that you're keeping them away from the door. They're not going to run out or any potential for any kind of activity.
Right. And not only that, if you have a black cat,
oh no,
this
where
is
are we
the
going?
time of year to keep your cats, or any cat that's an outside cat, around Halloween, keep them inside. It's the safest thing for them. I mean, I know you'd hate to think some kind of harm would come with your cat or somebody would do harm, but around Halloween, would keep any outside cat indoors in a crate, maybe in a back room, because with all the noise of the doorbell ringing, just for safety.
Right. And these are great tips because, like you said, we bring a lot of extra things into the house, or there's a lot more activity on the streets, and we just need to have these things top of mind because you can take your pets out with you.
It's fun.
And it's fun, but you have to be safe.
Yes, yes. And identification and leashes are ideal. If you have really young children, you just have to be conscientious of everybody walking together, and then be conscientious of other dogs walking by on a leash as well, because they still can have little scuffles.
All right. Well, Lisa Hess, thank you so much for these
You're
great
welcome.
tips. Happy Halloween.
All right, thanks.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.